What's up, world? It's your boy JoeJack. I'm back, baby. Back with another episode of Link. We still linking. Today we're gonna do it a little different. Today I'm gonna be linking with myself. I'm gonna be showing y'all my collection all the way down to the flops. Stay tuned. Hey, what's up? It's your boy JoeJack. Sneaker collection video, link series, all of that. I just want to start by apologizing to all my supporters, all my subscribers. I haven't posted a video in a long time, but I've been working. I got a lot of things going on, a lot of projects coming up, so I appreciate y'all being patient with me. But you can catch me on the Reasoned Out podcast every week. Make sure you check that out. We're gonna get straight to this video. It's gonna be kind of long, so bear with me, but you won't be disappointed. We're gonna kick it off hard with some old school OGs Wheat 13s. Like I said, I ain't gonna talk too much about the shoes because I got a lot of shoes to show, so we're gonna kind of run through them as quick as possible. I got a nephew over here helping me, so we're gonna get her done. Wheat 13 dead stock too. Next we got Retro 12, these released I think earlier this year. Similar to the Flint Gray, but not the Flint Grays, but still a dope shoe. Next we got the Retro 13 OGs, He Got Game, whatever you want to call them. If I call a shoe with a wrong name or if I forget the nickname, then make sure y'all let me know, correct me in the comments below. In my era, we really didn't have many nicknames when I first started collecting, when I first started rocking sneakers. So, yeah, just let me know what these He Got Game, whatever you want to call them. Next, we got, I think, Motorsport Blue Retro 4s, dead stock. That's a dope shoe. Next, we got the Flint Gray Retro 13s. These dead stock too. Next up, we got the Grape. It's definitely a dope shoe. Grape 5. Then we'll go to the Retro 14 Last Shot, whatever you want to call them. Black and red 14s is what we call them. Next we got the Altitude Green. This is the version with the mesh on it. The other version had like leather on the upper. Still a dope shoe. Next we got the red and white 14s. I think they call them candy cane, something like that, but you see it. Next we got the Retro 10 OG steel, I think. Next up we got the 4s, I think the 11 Lab 4, I think that's the name. The black colorway. Next up, we got the Retro 18, the Royals. These is the newer release versions. These are not the OG ones that came out back then. Next up, we got a pair of Asics. I don't know, black and yellow colorway. I don't remember exactly what version this is, but it's a dope shoe. Next up, we got the top 3 4s, little blend from the OG colorways, the Fire Red, the Royals, and the Cements, I think. Next up, we got a little hype, like y'all like to call it, Travis Scott Air Max React 270s. This is kind of hard to rock, but I haven't got around to it, dead stock. It's a dope shoe though. Next up, we got some classics, Black Cat 4s. These came out back in the day. This is the newly released version. A little dust on them, but you can't go wrong with these. You're rocking with a lot of stuff. Next up, we got another pair of 4s. A little dusty. This is the Thunder 4s. I think I waited in line for these back in the day when we were standing in the lines. I was about that life. Next up, we got the metallic red. These was an overseas release. I got these off a secondary site. This is a dope shoe. I'm a sucker for red and Jordans, you know, Chicago. That always hit, you can't go wrong. Next up, I got a pair of Nike Pegasus. These are the Dorenbecker, from the Dorenbecker collection, I believe, last year. Nike Air Pegasus. Next up, we got the Animal Instinct, I think, Retro 3s. These was the second version. Definitely a dope shoe. I think this was a sleeper. Nice material, nice quality material, different laces. You can do a lot of things with these. Next up, we got some heat right here. Another pair of Dorenbeckers, Retro 8s. Retro 8s are some of my favorite silhouettes of the Jordan. Some of the only shoes that I will wear with a strap on them, just to let y'all know. This is a dope shoe. I've been wanting to shoe for a long time. I still haven't rocked it. It's dead stock. I get around to it sometime. Another metallic release. It was a pack. They had a green, orange, red, and purple. I got the purple and the red. I don't have the green and the orange. Nice colorway. Next up, we got some OG Heat playoff 13s. Pretty much self-explanatory. Next up, we got the Air Force One Colin Kaepernick. This is a nice shoe. I got these off the sneaker app, which was kind of odd because they don't really be showing love. And I posted these on my style page, and I put them together with an outfit. I posted them when I got them, and Cap liked my picture, so that was pretty cool. Next up, we got a Motorboat Jones 9. It was a 9 collection that was releasing. I got a couple pair, but this was my favorite out of that collection. Next up, we got another 9 OG Cool Gray. This is a dope shoe, man. This OG stuff right here. Next up, we got a Fire Red 4. I think that's Fire Red 4. No, I forgot. Next up, another older shoe in my collection. These Retro 14s, gray, like a navy. Next up, we got a pair of Asics Gel Light 3. I got hip on Asics a little later on in the game. Super comfortable, nice colorways. The Gel Light 3 is one of my favorite silhouettes out of the Asics. Retro 15 Laser, old shoe. This is one of my older shoes in the collection. A lot of people don't like the 15s. It's a kind of odd looking shoe, kind of futuristic, but I was heavy in the mics at that time, and I think I got these, they was on sale like back before, what was that? Some store was closed, Blitz. Back when Blitz was closing, they had a lot of kicks on sale, so I got these for under retail. Next up, we got anniversary Air Max 1. Air Max 1 and the Air Max 90s is my favorite Air Max silhouettes. You can't go wrong with the anniversary colorway. I got these for a decent price, but after I got them, like the price shot up, so I'm glad I got them whenever I did. I'm still looking for the Royals though. Next up, we got the Retro 16. Got the thing over the top. These came back, I think, back when I was in high school. Well, the small time that I did attend, but these came back then. Then they re-released these, or the re-release version. Still dead stock. Bentley Ellis Retro 9. I didn't get these when they originally came out. I got them later on for a decent price. But this was another one of those 9s out from that pack. But this is a nice shoe right here. Some heat. Next up, this is another pair of 18s. These came in the countdown pack with the 5s. The countdown pack had all the different retros. It all added up to 23. So, yeah. Next up, we got a CP3 Retro 13s. I haven't rocked these yet. It's a nice shoe. Came out a couple years ago. I do wear my shoes. I got a lot going on and I work a lot, so I haven't got a chance to pull them out. And I don't like to wear my shoes unless they get rocked properly. So they gotta be put together with a nice fit. So I get around to wearing these one day. 20s. This is where it stops for me. When it comes to Jordans and the silhouettes, I don't go past 20. A couple of them I like, but a lot of people don't like the 20s. A lot of people stop at like 13, but I go all the way up to about 20, then I stop. This is a nice shoe right here. Very comfortable. Next up, we got another pair of Air Max 1s. I took some dope pictures with these. Make sure y'all check my Instagram. Next up, we got the Retro 8s, black and red. Next up, we got a little heat, the Pantones. These came in the pack, which I was not a fan of the other shoe that came in the pack, but I wanted this shoe so bad that I bought the whole pack, but yeah. Next up, we got the Cool Gray 4s. This is the re-release version. These came out back when I was in high school too, but this is the re-release version. This is a nice shoe. These didn't really do that well, surprisingly. But they kind of hype, they kind of spiked like a little late after their release, but these really wasn't that hard to get. Next up, we got another Air Max 1. You see, I like the Air Max 1s. This is a cool, like gray, mint green colorway. Nothing really hype, but just something that'll go dope with an outfit. I think I took some pictures of these too. Check my gram. Next up, we got my older Flints. I showed you the newer pair that I haven't worn yet. These are the older. I don't remember exact years of all the retro shoes, but this is the older version. Still in decent condition though. Next up, we got the black and red 13s. These classic shoe. I think I got two pair of these. I think I got the older and the newer version of these too. Next up, we got the Jordan 1 Royal Toe. I did not get these when they originally released. I had to pay resale for them. It really wasn't too crazy, but I wanted them. Jordan 1s is hot right now. I've been a Jordan 1 fan. As y'all gonna see in my collection, I got some Jordan 1s that I know a lot of y'all don't have. The Shadow Retro 1s, still dead stock. Definitely a dope shoe. Retro 5, Fire Red. This is the recently released version. Retro 11, Gammas. This was a pretty hype shoe whenever it released. Retro 12, Royals. A little dusty. I've been kicking these around a little bit. It's a nice shoe though. Retro 4, these was a sleeper, kinda, a little bit, but these are like a premium leather on these. So they retail for like $400. A lot of people wasn't trying to pay that, but it ain't too often you see like a premium Jordan like this. So I definitely wanted to add this to my collection. It came with some different laces. I kind of wore them a lot. I wouldn't mind having another pair of these. This is a dope shoe. Next up, we got the Royal 12s. These released, I think, earlier this year. I took some pretty dope pictures in these. Shout out to my shooter, Deuces, AE Media. Next up, we got the dusty Cavs 4s, New York Knicks colorway, whatever you want to call them. I think I stood in line at the Mills Mall to get these. I did it already. Oh, this is the other Retro 13s. I already showed that over. Next up, we got some heat, some hype beast stuff. Retro 4s, Travis Scott's. I think I bought these. I paid resale for them. I think I paid about $500 for these. Now they're going for about 1,100, 1,000 or something like that in my size. Which, I mean, everybody pays attention to, but it really ain't no big deal to me because I don't resell my shoes. So I just like to know what they're worth, but you could never buy a pair of shoes from me unless I had an extra pair, and I still might not sell you those. Next up, we got in my opinion, another sleeper. These are the Rio 10s. They came out with like a country pack. They did a couple countries, a couple cities, but these are the Rios. Dope bottom, nice metallic on the upper. These is a sleeper, man. If you don't got these, you might want to add these to the collection. Next up, we got some OGs right here, Retro 14s. Black Toe, I remember the nickname. These was definitely dope back in the day whenever they first came out. A lot of people like the shoes that Mike actually played in, so this is a nice shoe to have in your collection. Next up, we got the Retro 12 Obsidian. I wore these a lot. These are one of my favorite 12s. I think I need another pair of these. But next up, we got the True Blue 3s. I got the newer pair and the older pair. I also had another pair that got stolen. Somebody broke in my house a long time ago. So shout out to them. Next up, we got another older pair. You know I'm OG when I got stuff like this in my collection. I think I got these from the Mills too, the Hibbett and the Mills. They used to get a lot of stuff. A Max Orange or orange, just an orange and gray colorway. It's a nice shoe. Pair of Air Max 90. They've been dropping a lot of Air Max 90s lately, and I'm definitely here for it. Nice colorway. Green Glow 4. This is definitely a dope shoe, one of my favorite 4s. It's just nice, crisp, cool colorway. Kind of similar to that Air Max that I showed you earlier. Real similar colorway. Next up, we got another pair of 4s. There's definitely some heat right here. I think the Mist, it's like a 2000, when did these release? 06 release. I bought these. I didn't have these when they originally released. I bought them later on, but I haven't worn them yet. Still dead stock. I just wanted to add them to my collection. Next up, we got a recent release, Retro 1 High. Dope colorway. Next up, we got the Retro 3 Cement, I don't know what they call it, the ones with the shot on the back. Not that it makes any difference, but some of them say Nike Air, other ones say Shy. So these are the versions with the shot on the back. Next up, we got the Bordeaux 7s. This is a classic Jordan right here. This is not the recently released version. This is the ones that I had before that. I actually got a picture when I was a kid in these. I'm gonna post that on there. I've been doing this for a long time, OG in the game. Next up, we got the Thunder 14s. This is a nice shoe. Next up, we got another recently released one, the Biohacks. I think I got another pair in my closet at my other spot. They're kind of crazy, it's doing a lot, but I love a challenge whenever it comes to putting outfits together in style, so it was definitely something I wanted to add to my collection. Next up, we got a Retro 12, the Flint Grays. These are not the ones that I showed you at the beginning of the video. These are the OGs. They look a lot better. They're different. They're dead stock. They're mine. Next up, we got Retro 11 Low IE. Some people not a fan of these. This is an old shoe. This was 2007. Black and yellow colorway. Next up, we got a Jordan 1 Top 3. It's crazy. I think I had like 4 pair of these. I think normally when I get extra pairs, I'll sell them to my friends or my brother or my nephew because we wear the same size for retail because I'm not really trying to make no money. But I had like 4 pair of these. Now these going for like $1,000 or something. That's crazy. I probably shouldn't have sold them. Next up, we got another Jordan Retro 11 Low IE. The Cobalt, I want to say. I haven't wore these yet. These came out a couple years ago. Super cool, crisp, nice little shoe. Next up, we got a Retro 13 Low. These came back when I think I was in middle school when these originally came out. This is the re-release version. I remember my homeboy Bub and O'Brien Jr. was only 2 people that I remember having these. Another old shoe in my collection, another Retro 11 Low IE. It's kind of like a yellow patent leather, like a mint type green. This is crazy back in the day. Next up, we got the Legend Blue 11s. These came out a couple years ago. You know, they do the retro 11 theme around Christmas. They need to quit it. They're getting burnt out on the 11s, but Legend Blue. Next up, we got another Retro 11. These the Georgetowns, I think. Blue and gray colorway. Next up, we got a Retro 1 Royals. How did I forget? You can't. These are definitely a must-have in your collection. Retro 1 Royal. Sorry. Next up, we got another Jordan 11. These are the
7210.
No, the 72 and 10s was black. These are, I don't know, blue and white Retro 11s. Next up, we got the Retro 14. These came in the pack with the Retro 13s, the Final Moments pack. These, this is a dope shoe. I'm a sucker for gold, so anything with gold on you'll probably get me. These really didn't do that well. Of course, it was a pack, so they was kind of expensive, but this was a must cop for me. These are the 72 and 10s. So, these was kind of hype when they came out, but then when you finally got them, it's like, yeah, they're cool. Jordan 1, these are like, these like a sleeper. Jordan 1 Flight, I forget the name of them, but white, yellow, barcode on the back. I like them. OG stuff. Jordan 11 anniversaries. A lot of people don't have these in their collection. I do. Kind of yellowing, a little character on them. These 11s did not have the Jumpman on the back. Anniversaries. Air Max 90, undefeated. I think I got these off the sneaker app too. Back when I was hitting, I had a little run when I was hitting, but not anymore. So the bots have taken over. OG stuff, cool gray 11s, high or mid, whatever, not the lows. So still in pretty good condition. I can't wait till they re-release these. I think they're supposed to be re-releasing them next year, if I'm mistaken. I don't know, don't quote me on that, but let me know in the comments below what y'all think. This is a dope shoe to have in the collection. Some more hype. Retro 2 Just Dime. This is a dope shoe. This is one of my favorite tools. I got these not too long ago. I didn't get them when they originally released. It's a dope colorway. The materials is crazy. The inside, Chanel, the print of a Chanel bag, that was the whole inspiration for the shoe. Shout out to Just Don, shout out to Don C Chicago. Dope shoe. Next up, we got the Space Jams. These are the 09 version. I think I got the newer version too, but these are the 09 version. Next up, we got some more heat in my opinion. These are the Doernbecher 14s. Anything that has something to do with the Doernbecher is dope because they got a nice collection. They got a hospital, children's hospital, where they let kids design their own shoe, put their own, different twist on the iconic silhouettes. So the whole story behind the Doernbecher Hospital is dope. So I'm always here for a Doernbecher. And they expensive as far as the resale and stuff like that, which I'm not a fan of people reselling these, but whatever. Next up, we got a Retro 9 Laker colorway. Shout out to my boy Kobe. Shout out to the Black Mamba. Shout out to Gigi. Rest up. Big Kobe fan. Big Laker fan. Next up, we got I think these are the Katrina 3s. I want to say. I think so. Next up, we got a Retro 9, the Photo Blue. Next up, we got a Air Max, the 97s, 98 NYC version. I took some pretty cool pictures in these. Next up, we got a Retro 10. I forget the name of these, black, a little lime green colorway. Next up, we got the Retro 3, the UNC colorway. These came out, I think, beginning of the year or something. I'm a sucker for UNC. I'm a UNC fan, so anything with that Carolina blue, that baby blue, the powder blue, whatever, I'm definitely here for it. And they got the navy. This is a nice shoe, still dead stock. A lot of my shoes still dead stock. I wear my shoes, don't judge me. Next up, we got the Retro 10. These are a little beat. I think I was hooping in these back in my day. Asked about me, had a little bounce and everything. But these came in that countdown pack, I think. Next up, we got the pine green ones, the first version. I had the second version. I got them on a sneaker app, but they canceled my order. But I ended up having 2 pairs, so I sold one to my homeboy, and then they canceled my order, so I kind of regret selling them to him, DT. Next up, we got a Retro 10, the Royal colorway. Retro 12, the cherries, the red and white. One of my favorite Jordans of all time. I'd appreciate if they retro these sometime soon. Mine in pretty good condition still, but I definitely need a brand new pair of these. So Jordan brand, if you're listening. Next up, we got the NYC 10s. This is another part of that pack. I showed you the Rios already. This is a pretty nice colorway. All black, little gold on them. Next up, we got the Cement 3s. Self-explanatory. This is still dead stock. Nice Jordan to have in your collection. Next up, we got the Retro 10 and the Bulls colorway. I like the 10s. 10s are very comfortable, especially if you're a hooper. They kind of hug your foot. Kind of simple, but Next up, we got the Retro 11s, the bread colorway. The older version, and this is the newer version, still dead stock. Next up, we got the powder blue 10s. This is a nice shoe. I need to wear this more often. Next up, we got the, I think, Motorsport 3s. Next up, we got another pair of 10s. I don't remember the name of these. The gray colorway. Next up, we got the public school, the Bordeaux's. I'm a big fan of 12s, and I love the public school collection. I got all 4 colorways, but this is the, I think, Bordeaux colorway. Next up, some more OG stuff. This was a 07 release, Peapod Retro 8. Next up, we got the French blue 12s. I love this shoe. I think I need another one. Next up, we got a Retro 8. Kind of like a military green colorway, little hints of orange on there. I don't remember the name of these, but this was a nice shoe right here. Next up, we got the Retro 1s, the gold toes. Kind of similar to the top 3 gold colorway. I would like to have that version too, but like I told you, I'm a sucker for gold. So next up, we got another pair of 8s. I forget the name of these, but it's like the Phoenix, Lakers, some other team they combined. Next up, we got the newer release Space Jams with the 45 on the back. Next up, we got the Retro 9, Militia Green, I think. So just a nice colorway, something to wear with an outfit. Next up, we got the Retro 1 UNC to Chicago. This was a women's release. They had extended sizes, so I think this is like a 13, like a 11 in men or something. Nice colorway. Next up, we got a pair of 9s, Citrus, I think. Next up, we got the Retro 3, the animal print. This was the first version. It's a dope shoe. It was kind of like a sleeper. I liked it. I think I wore it to a concert or something. Next up, some more heat. Some you probably don't have in your collection. This is the Retro 9. I think this was part of the anniversary release too. All white, cocaine. Next up, a pair of Retro 1s, mids. So y'all been rocking 1s for a long time. They released a couple different colorways, just like the black and white polka dot. Next up, we got the Retro 9. What's the name of these? I forget the name of these. Let me know in the comments below. But they came out with a pair of 1s and a pair of 9s in the same colorway. Next up, we got the Retro 11s in red. This was crazy. Back in the day, you couldn't even think of them doing an all red 11. And then it was highly anticipated, but then on dropped, it was like everybody had them, and it was like, that's cool or whatever. It's a red 11. You can't really go wrong with it. Next up, we got the Retro 9. Forget the name of this.